Once again, congratulations for a final season of Brea.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I love the fact that following all your characters through these past two seasons, and I got to preview a part of season three. But I'm going to go ahead and start off with the tough question: is how challenging is it for yourselves and for this family to be portrayed in season three without Eve? Because in the past couple seasons, she seems like the bedrock of the show, but now you guys will be the bedrock of the finale.
Well, I think the way the show was always kind of designed was it always was a kind of an ensemble type of show, and it was very heavily embedded in kind of the family group. But at the same time, you had all these other characters like Sam and like Levi and like Ty. They're all very important parts of it, and like Lucas. So it never really felt like it was always a very much about this whole group. And I think even though the focus is still about trying to get Eve back, it's also very much about now seeing how every one of these characters, Lucas, Veronica, Ty, Sam, Levi, Izzy, Gavin, how they kind of complete their arcs and where the relationships evolve to,
There's a lot of growth in this season where it's a matter of some people are just getting busy living, while other people are trying to figure out where people are and what's going to happen next. Some people are also looking at the reality of, well, maybe this is life from now on, because no more portals. Are there?
that we know of.
So, Zyra, I wanted to ask you a question because we interviewed you for the first season, and seeing your journey in the show. What has it been like for you to be able to transverse and become a well-rounded character up now in season 3, especially with all the stakes that are?
I think it actually mirrored my life a bit in the sense of this was my first big show and I was 17 when I first started doing this. And so it was a bit like I had a bit of Izzy in myself as I was trying to figure everything out, figure my life out, figure out how to be an actor, figure out my shit while my stuff while she was figuring out her stuff. And I've always been very protective of Izzy and of her integrity. And I think it's really cool to see how far she's come in being independent and not just following along in her dad's shadow, and deciding what she wants from life.
Zyra, I'm gonna jump back to you again on this next question because your character Izzy, the portrayal of a disability was relevant in the past two seasons, but in this season, Izzy, it seems like she has reinvented herself, sort of to be like much tougher or sort of more warrior like, including making a new friend. Is the disability storyline gone, or basically we will or this is just a new transformation for Izzy?
I don't think a disability story could ever be gone just because that's a part of Izzy, that's a part of what makes her her. But I think that having a disability in present time versus 10,000 BC, there's a lot of difference in that mental shift of you can't think about that as much. Like right now, I can think about it all the time and be like, yep, I got a fake leg and it affects me, blah, 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 whatever. In 10,000 BC, you just have to get your stuff done. You just have to survive. And I think that was really interesting that David and the writers, they chose to show that she is so much more than her leg could ever be. And I think that probably will reach a lot of people, hopefully.
Most excellent.
Nick, we've known each other for a while now.
Yes.
I've seen your career grow. What has this role been like for you? Because it really has transformed you to your career to another level, especially playing in this really crazy sci-fi world.
I know it's a very different world for me, and I think what maybe fans have seen me in, although I don't know, you look at all like the guest work I guess I did was quite a bit of in that realm. But for me it was more also what was going on in the life off camera, because this was a very different situation for me. I have 2 kids now. One was born during the shooting of this. We were also, not to harp on it, but a big part of this show and what I think you see on screen is how people had to come together during a very difficult time. We were, locked down while filming that season 1, and that formed a real a bond, an understanding in some ways. And I think a lot of us turned that into putting it onto the screen, these people who are lost and far away from people that they love, which all of us were, we were kind of living that. And now, my second season, I took my family there and they lived with me in Australia. And the third, I was going back and forth and we had a new location. So for me, it was navigating all those things as a father on the outside, and then as an actor, having a bit of that time away from them and the work, I think really kind of informed also a bit of the character and what we're dealing with, and these mature relationships that very complicated ones that we're navigating in this third season. So for me, I felt like it upped the game in that way, certainly. And I feel a little bit more of myself coming out on the screen too. My life.
For all three of you, your characters have experienced, present day and 10,000 BC, and so on, and amazing production sets and blue screen creatures and everything. What are you going to miss the most about La Brea yourselves, and what did you enjoy?
I am going to miss all the people. Like, and only now when you're saying it, I realize I'm going to miss Zyra and Nick and John, everybody. I didn't really think about it that way until you just said it, because the show hasn't come out yet. Didn't feel like we finished. I think the most enjoyable aspect about this show, the adventure part of it was such a kick, and it was difficult and it was taxing and it was fun, but we all got a great time. And I think we had a really, really great group of people we were working with. So that's got to be half the fun of everything you're making, is that you enjoy the people you're working with. But I will miss running away from dinosaurs, because that shit's bad shit.
But I feel good knowing that I'm going to see these guys, because that's how much we bond. We do keep in touch. We do see each other out. So that makes it that much nicer. But I do have to say the thing that the other thing I'm going to miss the most is the people that we got to know over there. The Australian crew that we had so much fun with. Owen had a lot of fun with. Everybody had just such a great group of people that, we're all, again, it was a strange time as well. So there was a lot of really great bonding that went on, and everybody just worked so hard. So we just kind of really bonded through that. And I'm gonna miss a lot of them.
Yeah, me too. Fuck, are we going back to Australia on a holiday together? Is that what's about?
Right?
I know.
We should do that.
Let's do it.
Thank you very
Zyra,
much.
no, Zyra has to throw in her words of wisdom. She always has this. Yeah,
I don't have anything.
focus.
I just listen. I had such a beautiful experience with so many wonderful people on this show, and I will be forever grateful to every single person that contributed to this. And get out of here, Nick. Gross. Listen, I have one moment of being sweet, and you're over here. Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this recorded and get this recording. Yeah.
Finally, we get some credit.
Well, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Great seeing you again.